Hey, welcome back, guys. Dragging in the afternoon. It's 3 o'clock. Work day's almost done. Almost time for
Beautiful outside.
Yeah, and you're stuck inside listening to our ass. But no, on the break, me and Jimmy was looking at some stuff that we send back and forth to each other. I don't know if you listeners have seen, and this is kind of off subject, but people get, they say your pet resembles you, whether it's a cat or a dog or snake or whatever the fuck you got,
Yep.
And then you got to buy them toys, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
And I found the ultimate one. It's a big Cheech and Chong fucking joint, and his dog's running around. And I gotta admit, it's funny as fuck. But
I could see one of your pugs doing that.
Oh yeah, they would fucking do it. They like to run, especially Bella. She runs around with shit in her mouth all the time. A bone.
She looks like Al Capone.
Yeah, exactly. But I remember me and Michelle, we were somewhere. It could have been Petco or something, and we were looking at these dog toys, and they had a roll of toilet paper, and I go, "Oh, this is cool." She goes, "Don't buy that." She goes, "They'll get in the bathroom, fuck up the." I'm like, "Yeah." And then they had Woofles instead of Riffles.
Mm-hmm.
They had all the brand of potato chips, and I'm like, man, you don't want to give your dog one of these because then it would know every time it saw that fucking bag.
Yeah.
They think they can rip it up. So yeah, I think the marketing department, man, they come up with some cool ideas with these dog toys, but
yeah,
but down the road,
people that buy them don't think.
Yeah, it could sure piss you off in a quick minute. So yeah, I just thought it was funny. We were looking at that, then that camo on that drag car.
Yeah, I love that camo with that on mine.
Yeah, that had the stripper girls on that.
Yep.
That was pretty cool. Because from so many feet back, it just looks like camo.
Yeah, until you get up close and you realize what it really is.
Yeah, a bunch of different stripper girls. Yeah, that one was pretty cool.
Yeah.
That was really cool. What else? I don't know. I gotta go back to see what the fuck we were even talking about here. There was that. All the baby pugs.
Those were cute.
How Craig Liggerman actually talks because he's mentally fucking retarded. That AI version of that 6-wheeled Hummer was fucking sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, if somebody built that in real life, that'd be fucking sick.
Mm-hmm.
And then, that Slingshot Dragster.
Mm-hmm.
Did you watch that video?
I didn't open that one. It wouldn't open for me.
Oh, okay. It's a Slingshot Dragster. It was a Moon Eyes Slingshot Dragster from back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy inquired it, and he's had it since the 70s, and he won't sell it.
Mm.
So, but he's got some of these specialized trailers that you used to haul drag cars back in the 70s.
The single axles with the...
Well, no, these are two double axles, but I know what you're talking about, the single axle one.
Mm-hmm.
Man, any of those things, if you can find them, they're a hidden gem because, I mean, they're so fucking rare. But then again, some of them were put together like shit,
Some of them were cheesy, yeah.
Yeah.
That's like my first stock car trailer. Didn't have suspension.
Oh, yeah. Some of them don't because they're only going from their house to the track.
My first stock car trailer cost me $300, and the rails where you pulled the car up on, were the old metal grease pit tracks.
Oh, no shit!
Pull onto a grease rack, It was that metal ramp that you went up on.
Yeah,
and it was just literally to a frame, and then the axles were welded to the bottom of that frame. Boy, it pulled like hell empty. It actually pulled decent, loaded.
Yeah.
Empty, it beat you to death.
Yeah, and it's crazy that I've seen trailers like that, and the shit's welded to the axle.
Yeah.
And
it's crazy.
It's like, man, that's so hard on the bearings, you know what I'm saying? I mean, but then again...
I was 18, I didn't care, it was a trailer.
But if you had a lightweight drag car, like a Slingshot Dragster, or a funny car or something, that ain't got no suspension, you know. They're all rigid, you know. So yeah, something else that that I sent you over. Barrett Jackson was over the weekend.
Oh yeah.
And boy, Gas Monkey sure took it. Well, I wouldn't say Gas Monkey. I'd say Dennis from Black Mountain. Yeah. He sure took it in the ass on that twin mill.
Yeah.
130,000.
But they had to have it because it was twin mill.
Yeah, and yeah, they stopped the bidding, and he said, at that much money, that pays for the trailer.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, it didn't go over 130,000.
Did they? I didn't see. Did they sell it or did they not?
They sold it. They sold it.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure he probably had a lot more in it than that, and the motors and everything, it just got rebuilt.
Man.
So, but Kent Block's F-150.
That thing is sweet.
Yeah, that drift truck that was in Gymkhana 10, it went for a hair under $1 million.
Did they say who bought it?
It was a phone bidder.
Mm.
So, somebody had
Jay Leno.
Yeah, it could have been Jay Leno. I mean, or it could have been somebody from Dubai.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
probably was.
Yeah, somebody wanted it for their private collection. Yeah.
They say a lot of shit goes over there.
Yeah, there's a lot of shit that goes over there. A lot of shit goes over to England. There's some buyers over there. They have a massive collection of stuff. There's one collector who's got a fuck ton of movie cars.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
That's cool.
So yeah, I mean, that's just kind of how shit goes, you know?
Yep.
Speaking of movie cars, I did Saturday stop by the shop and mess with the Menace to Society car.
Did you?
Yeah, so I'm debating if I want to bag it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. We got the stereo system in the trunk, and it pretty much filled the whole trunk. So, I mean, there's not much room.
So you're definitely not juicing it.
No, I mean, I had to figure out where I was going to put stuff. But, yeah, there's a layout that we come up with for the trunk. You know, because a convertible is hard to do a good base in it, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So we kind of figured up a way to do in this box, and the amp racks and some neon lighting, and you know, to make it cool. And you know, none of us knew what. I mean, I've seen the real Menace Society car. It's just got a box in it with 215s, you know.
Mm-hmm.
We went a different direction. We did 12s, but see, I got two cars. I've got the white one, and I've got the Menace one that looks, you know, like Menace Society. But I am gonna shave off the trunk. I know the one from the movie had, you know, the luggage rack on the back. I like the spoiler that you could put back there. So I mean, I'm not making a replica movie car, just something close to it.
Right.
You know, so. In the white one, I've got some pretty cool material, kind of 80s, 90s style. Kind of, it's like splatter paint on white leather.
Right.
And then we went over it with the lamination.
Okay.
So we're going to do the inserts like that. So realistically, I only was going to build one car and ended up buying two. So,
right.
So, but we did get the, we have a Sony 36 disc CD changer. You know, the big cartridge. And pretty much the only music that's in it is like Cypress Hill, Ice Cube,
nice.
You know, NWA, Master Race, you know.
Oh, yeah.
So when I drive those cars, I want to listen to
the period music.
You know.
Yep.
So, I almost put 16-inch wires on this thing, but we did 15s. So.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have cost much more.
No.
But yeah, I ordered the wheels, and we got the wheels on there, the knockoffs, and you know, they're cool.
Yeah.
You know, one of the neighboring businesses was like, "Are you building twins for somebody?" And I'm like, "No, it just kind of happened that way." So you got a white one, and then you got the bluish green one. You know, the Menace one.
Right.
So, because one's kind of vanilla ice, and one's kind of, you know.
I was gonna say the white one's more vanilla ice. Yeah.
Yeah, it's more kind of cool as ice style. You know.
Yep.
I did get the gold badging in for the 5.0 logo.
Did you?
Yeah. So yeah, so we'll have some gold accents. I'm not. I could do this thing exactly like the one in California.
Mm-hmm.
But I kind of wanted to kind of throw my own twist to it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And we did lower both of them, but more I looked at it, I don't know. I might want to do air ride, but I don't know. I probably won't, because I've got kind of a budget. The budget I was going to spend on one got split into two.
Don't you hate that?
Yeah, but I'm going to be under budget, not by much, you know. So yeah, cool. Here in the spring I'll be rolling around and listening to Cypress Hill and cruising the streets with my 5.0. And then the other notchback 5.0 I got from Old School, that's at the chassis shop getting a chassis built. I've got a LS motor that we're going to shove in it, and that's just kind of something to play with at the track. I've got some other drag cars that I'm fucking around with. I'd like to get my Slingshot dragster together so I can make some passes. But you know, that thing, you know, I've got a couple of Slingshot dragsters, and a lot of, you know, I don't brag or show a lot of people my collection of shit I buy. But one of them is an old Dom Perdome car, but there's no way it would ever go back to the track. The frame is kind of rusted through, you know.
Right.
So we got it hanging up. It used to hang up at my old shop, but we haven't done shit at the new shop yet. The one car,
everything's still up in the air at the new shop, so you know.
Yeah. So the one Slingshot dragster, I do have the chassis back from Powder Coat, so it's just really going through it and putting it together. So I'd like to at least make some passes with it this year.
Right.
But then again, I've got the funny car too. So I mean, I really like doing the nostalgia stuff with the funny car. So.
Right.
So it's just like there's only so much time in the day, and I've got to the point where I got to pick and choose what I want to do. But you know, I've got some body drop trucks that I'm messing with. I would like to finish the Girly Girl MR2 this year. That wide body kit's a motherfucker, you know.
I bet.
Oh, it's fucking. There's so many times I've been like, I want to restart over, you know. But then,
sound like Paradox.
Yeah, exactly. And then I've got, you know, well, I bought those Eclipses that we're building, you know, so, you know, so I don't know. I mean, I've got more than enough projects, you know what I'm saying? So.
Oh, yeah.
And then, of course, you know, my 8th gen, I'm kind of driving it in the winter when I can, unless my tires come in for my truck, but, you know. But I don't know. I'm going to buy another SUV here soon.
Yeah, those tires need to come in, because I know when those tires come in, we're not going to get any on the snow this year.
Yeah, no shit. That's how it works. And then you know,
those tires come in, we'll be done getting the snow for the
year.
Yeah,
and then the thing is, I'm going to put the 22s back on the truck.
Yep.
You know, and it's like, hell, I could have just went to Walmart. Well, see, here's the thing. There's a certain tire I want. And I could have just went to Walmart and got fucking tires. I could have went anywhere. But there's a certain tire I wanted, and apparently they're kind of back ordered on that. I just didn't want a tire, so I hear whoom, whoom, whoom going on the highway, you know. But then again, I'm gonna blow that truck apart. I've got all the stuff to do what I want to do, and I think that's what we're gonna do, you know, at this point, you know. But yeah, before I come in today, I went to the car wash and washed the 8th gen. You know, it's got so much salt and shit. It had salt on the roof from the highways.
Yep.
And I didn't really drive it a whole much because I've been taking car service or Uber in, you know, so.
Right.
Yeah, so I mean, it's just one of those things, you know. Weather gets nice, wash your shit. Man, the car wash was packed for a Monday.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, man, don't these motherfuckers work? Well, I took the day off, washed my car, you know. So, but as the groundhog predicted, you know, we're going to have 6 more weeks of winter. I figure in St. Louis, we're going to get 2 more snowstorms.
Yeah, we usually get a couple of good ones in February.
Yeah, so, I mean, I just look at it like this. It is what it is, you know. And,
yep.
You know, it ain't breaking my heart and ain't changing anything. So,
no.
We'll kind of go from there, you know, and that'd just be it. You know, that's how shit works, you know.
Yep.
But yeah, you know, I was looking at some numbers. I want to talk about something real quick before we go back to the music. I seen a video over the weekend and it really intrigued me. And you listeners can look it up too. It's Daniel Taj and Rob Dyrdek had a beef.
Oh, yeah.
And it was over the Ridiculousness TV show. And I guess Taj.0 was kind of jealous of it. And Rob Dyrdek, he wanted to take it old school, you know, beat his ass, you know?
Yep.
But it's a really good video. It talks about a lot of good points, and you guys will have to go and check it out. But there's something I noticed in there. The viewership on each show was like 100,000 and like, you know, 200,000 with not Fantasy Factory, but with Ridiculousness. Current listeners right now, we're right about 600,000 listeners worldwide.
Damn.
So, you know, right there, it just kind of hit home with me that, you know, we owe a lot to you listeners to tuning in, you know, and we play the music we like, guys, and we appreciate you guys listening. The instant chat, you know, we really appreciate all the comments. I know we don't read as many as we should, but I just wanted to say, for all the 283 countries that listen to us, we really appreciate you guys.
Yep.
You know, because that...
more than you know.
Yeah, because that makes us come in here and want to do this even more for you guys, you know. Or, you know, tell you what's on our mind, you know.
Yep.
You know, I think all you listeners are good listeners. There's a few listeners that are kind of haters, but you know what?
No, they know who they are.
Yeah, they know who they are. Yeah. Yeah, the state welfare office knows who they are, too.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, they're on to you, buddy.
Coming for you.
Yeah, you're going to pay all that money back.
Yep.
You know, don't think you're old dirty bastard and get away with it. He didn't get away with it.
Nope.
Guy's making millions of dollars and he's still on welfare. Like, what the fuck is wrong with him? Speaking of that...
He got away with it for a while.
For quite a long time. Yeah. You know, what's funny is they mentioned that in that TV show they did about the Wu-Tang Clan.
I bet.
And RZA was like, you're making millions. Why are you still collecting this shit? Because I can. Well, can't argue with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, they're coming for you down there in Southern Illinois, buddy.
Yep.
They're going to take your kids. They're
going to take your kids. They're going to take your car. They're going to take your welfare.
Yeah. That HUD housing, yeah, man, you pay $26 a month. They're going to kick you out of there.
They're probably going to take that Obama phone out of your hand, dude.
Yeah, they're going to take that Obama phone, too. So, but on that note, guys, we're going to get right back into music. This is Dragon in the Afternoon, only on Styling Radio.